I think the enthusiasm all over the northern region has just been amazing. You know, it's very similar in Europe. In a lot of ways, there's a similarity to the European audiences in places like Montreal or Quebec, all over Canada. You know, it's very cool. It's fun to come up here and play. Yeah, I mean, we actually started that process last night by playing a song called Shortest Straw, which hasn't been played since '97. And Lars and I have been trying to kind of break that one in to the set. We tried a couple of years ago, and James didn't feel like singing it. Because there's a lot of singing in it. And if you have a show as long as ours, you know, 2 hours, sometimes for the vocalist, it's not so fun.
It was really long.
To sing. It used to be longer, actually.
Really?
But yeah.
Is it possible to make it?
So last night he's been very receptive to playing new material. When I say new, I don't necessarily mean brand new, but I mean songs that haven't been played in a very long time or haven't been played at all from the older catalog. And Shortest Straw we played for Montreal last night. So hopefully that'll be a song that'll kind of become a part of the rotation. I'd have to say for me, the expectations and what I look forward to is bringing in some of the obscure songs into the set. And usually I try to, I propose the songs and I try to initiate it and get the guys excited, you know. We recently played a song called Suicide and Redemption off the new album. It's an instrumental. We did that in Copenhagen, Lars's home turf. Yeah. And it was received very well. The audience was singing the melody, and that was an amazing moment. So already in the last couple of months, there's been some really amazing moments, and hopefully that will continue through the next year. We got another year of touring. We change the bands, every month or 2 months. Actually, the Sword was with us the majority of last year, and then we had Machine Head out for a while, and we had Mastodon. Obviously, Lamb of God's been with us. So Gojira has just started with us. We really like them a lot, and
they really liked it.
We have them for, I think, a couple months, and then another band's going to join us, I think, for December run. I get confused as to... But I was also... I think James and I were very helpful in trying to get Gojira on the package. It's something that we really wanted. So here they are. The first day of the tour is usually a little loose in terms of our the band. A lot of times the band's not so tight. It's just because it's the first show. So just like anything, you got to warm into it. We were fortunate to do a preliminary show before we started this tour. We did a charity benefit in San Francisco, and that was like a 90-minute show, small venue, and that was cool because it kind of gets the let out, it breaks you in a little bit. We had 6 weeks off, and for us, that's a decent amount of time. And our first show felt really good. Now we're getting in, like you said, the fifth show, and actually we feel really good. Physically, we're pretty strong, and it's tight. When you say a tour, our tours are set up in 1 week off, 1 week on cycles. So, like if we're doing 5 shows during the week, the fifth show, we're usually like tonight. I'm sure will be really solid. Then we'll go on this break, and then we'll start up again in a week and go through the process again. But it's not so bad because it's only a week off. Usually by the second show, we really kind of start getting tight again. And then last show of that, the fifth show, solid. So it's this rotation that goes on and on and on. And, after a while you get used to it. Some bands say, well, how do you do that? How can you, kick off 5 shows and then you don't play for a week? Don't you lose momentum? And overall, I think it's enough time to where we don't lose a whole bunch of momentum. We still feel good. It's good for our minds because we get back to hanging with our families and stuff and spending time with our kids. So it works for us. I'm not saying it's for everybody, but for our band, it's great. Lars loves it. James seems to like it too. In Europe, we do 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. We do that cycle there, and that works out pretty well. Yes.